All right, everybody, let's take a big stretch. So interlace your fingers, press your palms up to the ceiling, stand up straight now. Tuck up on your front hips here a little bit, just a little movement, side to side, side to side. Big deep breath, start to slowly exhale down, nice and long. Big loud inhale. Now we're going to turn this into a little walkout. So on the back of the mat, pull your arms back, bend your knees a little, and squeeze your abs, slowly roll on down. You can bend your knees a lot at this point, walk it out. Slow, 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 take a plank position. Now from here, hold plank. Some of you might play with a few mountain climbers. You might play with a few shoulder taps. Some of you might even do a little bit of a push-up. And then soften the knees again, keep the tummy tight, walk your hands back. Squeeze your abs really hard as you roll it up on slow. Interlace the fingers perhaps, big stretch up, maybe a little side to side if you want. Come on down. All right, keep going. We're going to do this for 60 seconds here. Just starting to warm up the body. And again, play with your plank. Find something to do in that plank. Don't miss this big stretch at the top. Maybe a little movement, trying to get your ribs and shoulder blades to slide around. And we're stretching gently here, so don't try too hard. We're just trying to wake up, warm up. You have a good 30 seconds left. Got time for maybe about one more good, slow walkout. And then come on down on your hands on these tabletop position. Go through some cat-cows here. Now, you're going to keep the waistline snug. Push your chest down. Maybe inhale. Exhale. Lift up. Squeeze your shoulder blades wide. So it'll take about another minute here. While you're here, you can turn your fingers different directions. Try to get your wrist to warm up. So there's going to be a lot of plank-type positions. Some of you have sensitive wrists, might drop to the elbows. But also, this is a good opportunity to try to warm up those wrists. Get all those little bones to slide around. About 30 seconds. How's your breath? Maybe start to move your ribs a little side to side. Maybe a little circular motion, whack your tailbone around. Now from here, in about 10 seconds, we're going to scoot back, modified plank position. We'll start our wheelbarrow movement. So there's two ways to do this. Tuck the tailbone under. Now very slowly, squeeze your butt a little bit, squeeze your abs, walk your hands out. Without the lower back sagging here, so don't cramp the back. Walk out, walk back in. Keep going. You can do this for 60 seconds. Now, a variation, some of you have slider discs, towels, which I'm going to use. You can push out, pull back. Push out, big inhale, pull back. Now, for some of you, if those slide discs tend to be a little too grippy and not getting movement on the towel, just walk it out. All right, you got about 15 more seconds. Finish this movement. Breathe. You can also just hold plank. 10 seconds. We're going to take it up to forearm plank. 3, 2, 1. All right, so this next position, set the elbows down. If you got sensitive elbows, maybe put that towel under them. Walk it out to a low forearm plank. Now, same idea. Take little steps, walk it up. Now, don't worry how high you go. I'm going to stop about right here because I want to maintain a nice flat back, not too much rounding in the spine, and then walk it back up. And back up. So keep going. Alternate, sliders, towel. Find a little smoother movement, but more range of motion perhaps. You got about 30 seconds left. Now in 10 seconds, we're going to come back up to the hands high plank position. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, high plank.
Now, from here, lift the hips up a little, so take the sand out of your back, but don't also start to lift so high you're in a down dog. Now, modified bear. Flatten the back a little, walk it up in tiny steps. Walk it back out, breathe. Keep going, in and out. Also, the variation with the sliders. Now notice, try not to let the hips move around too much. Keep them as level with the shoulders as you can. Twenty more seconds, everyone. If you got to modify it, maybe just hold point. Maybe go back to that wheelbarrow move earlier. That's okay. 10 seconds. We're going to flip it to the back next. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, bring it in. You're going to flip to your back. Now, we're going to keep the abs going, but let's take it off the shoulders. So tuck your chin a little, flatten your shoulder blades, inverted tabletop position with the legs, like you're in a chair and you fell back. Slowly tap one foot to the back, and then the other. Now, what you might not notice, the lower back has to stay flat. So no arching up here. If you're not sure, put your hand under that and press hard into your hand. So very important, keep the low back down. It's almost as if you're trying to tilt the tail up. Because you are. 30 more seconds here, breathe. Keep the neck nice and long. Perhaps tuck your chin a little. So notice how you're cranking your head back. That's going to cramp this cervical spine. Let's relax that. Now, about 10 seconds, we're going to turn this up to bicycle crunches. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fingers on the neck, bicycle crunches. Now, there's another one. Little lift in the tailbone, lower back stays flat, and make sure you're not just flapping the elbows. It's actually trying to move your ribs. Bigger breath. So in about 15 seconds, we're going to do a little bit of ankle grabs here. So still a crunch, but we get to start to loosen up the legs more. Here, count to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So extend the legs up, crunch up, grab one leg, light stretch. So don't pull hard here. Just want to feel your legs start to open up. Maybe the hamstring, maybe down to the glute. Keep going. Try to move with the breath. Nice exhale as you give it a little squeeze. Now, if you need to, you can also bend the knee, give a little squeeze into the hip joint. Maybe this helps warm up the knee joint. We do have legs coming up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, so reset your shoulder blades, kind of bring them together. You want to bring your feet in so the heels are under the knees. Now, squeeze your tummy tight. Peel your hips up, starting with the tailbone. And then roll back down, tailbone is last. So little hip bridges here. Inhale up. Exhale down. And then we'll take this in a minute, just to get the posterior chain. Now make sure you're not shoving it way high into a back bend. Make sure you're not bouncing up and down. So just like everything we do in the Legree Fitness method, slow. Now because we're not on a megaform or any other apparatus, the tempo might be a little faster than normal. But the idea is to keep out of the momentum, rely on your muscles as much as possible. Be a little more fascinated with your breath, louder, louder. Let's see, you got about 30 seconds here, and it should be equal pressure, your tummy and your tushy, not one or the other. Slight tuck of the chin, keep it off the neck, breathe. So in 10 seconds, we're going to hold the hips up, not super high, just enough clearance so we can take this into a tiny little pulse. In 3, 2, 1. Hold it up. All right. Tummy muscles engaged. Glutes squeezing. Now, feel your tailbone start to shift down, up, down, up and really press into the arms. If you're having a little challenge with that, move your shoulder blades together. I like to call these robot arms. Some of you might have heard that before. So that way you get more press into the arms. So this will help keep the shoulder stable and help keep out of the neck. And then if you want to tighten it up and make it a little faster, go for it. Breathe. Got a good 30 seconds left here, and then we'll start to walk it out. There's going to be a couple of variations on this next one in 15 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll it down. All right. You're going to bring your feet forward just a couple inches because we're going to slowly walk it out. Now this next one, I recommend keeping the hips just slightly elevated, not way up to your max height. So here's the move. Press into the arms, tighten the tummy, lift up. Now you're going to slowly take little steps, walk the legs up. Now the tricky part here is, let me turn sideways, keep going. So as you walk it out, not to let the hips dip and sway and tilt too much. You're going to use your core muscles, keep the hips as centered as possible, even if you got to put some fingers on there, and slowly walk it out, find your length, carefully walk it back in. Now take teeny tiny baby steps. It's going to light your hamstrings up pretty quick. Here's a variation with sliders, which is arguably more intense, but let's see what you feel like today. Push out. Sliding. Now my butt doesn't actually touch my shorts over, but not my butt. Then push out. Keep the tummy really tight. Carefully squeeze in. Resist here to yank. All right, you got about 15 seconds here. Finish your move. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to little pulses. So bring your heels in under the ankles. Tiny pulses. Re-engage, tummy and tushy, very deep breath. So we're going to stand it up in about 30 seconds. Bigger breath. Make sure you're not cranking up into that neck. Keep that chin tucked a little bit. 15 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Roll down slow. Extend your legs to the ceiling. Grab the back of your legs. Have a little rocking motion. Try to get all the way up to standing. If you have to crawl up, that's okay, crawl up. All right, face any direction you want. Feet. So ideally, heels about shoulder width, maybe a little bit wider for some hip mobility. Knees go out, hips go back. Slow. Now, this might not be a typical squat as you would do at a gym per se with weights on your back. In other words, I want you to hinge the hips back a lot farther. Way back. If that causes you to lean forward a little more, that's fine, but no rounding, no hunching, no extreme arching. Try to keep kind of a flat back here. Breathe. Go up. Stand up straight, but don't lock out. Slowly down. Toes are loose. Hips stay back. Breath is calm. Now do your best. Some of you might have a mirror accessible to you right now. Do your best. Can you get your tailbone below the knees? You don't have to go as low as I am. Let's see if we can get full extension and flexion through all these big, strong muscles. 15 seconds. Slow your tempo. I'm not going to bounce around on this one. Next one, we'll do a little bit of bouncing. All right, coming up. You're going to hold it down for teeny tiny hip pulses. Maybe hands on hips, maybe clasp behind the back. Lower down in 3, 2, 1. All right, little pulse down, up, down, up. Now keep going. I want you to make sure you're crunching up through your abs. So the hips stay back. Push your butt back. When you lift, crunch your abs. Crunch, push back. Crunch, push back. Little move. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, stand up. Maybe shake it out. So we have a signature move at the Body Lab, the Greek Fitness actually. It's called the scrambled egg. So here's how we're going to mimic this. Tabletop position. So neutral spine. We're going to start with the left leg. Extend it straight back.
Lift it up, but notice you feel cramp in your back, you're trying to swing up too high. Think straight back behind you. Now carefully bring the leg out as far as you can. Tap the floor, glide back, squeeze your butt. Again, no swinging around like you're in a karate class. Slowly up, tap, bring it in. A little squeeze, keep the tummy tight, bring it back out. 60 seconds here. Now, variation, keep going. From the front angle, I want you to see this. If you feel stable enough, we're going to get more core involved. So, the leg keeps moving, left leg, right hand to the hip. Now notice something. As I extend my leg out to the side, I'm not collapsing into my shoulders and ribs. Stay centered, neutral spine. Breathe. You got 30 seconds left. If this is a lot of pressure on your knee, maybe you want to put a towel under it. If you're feeling any pressure around the hip or the lower back, you might need to bend the knee a little bit. Yes, you can modify right elbow down, but don't tap the floor when you bring the leg to the side. Now coming up, we're going to hold the leg out to the side for a little forward taps in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it out, tap the floor. Now if you need to, a little knee bend might need to happen here, especially if you got a little cramping sensation in your hip flexor or a little torquing or pressure in the lower back. Maybe keep that right hand up. Then you can resume that scrambled leg motion in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lie back, reset. You might need to take a moment. Reset that spine, should feel like a plank. Bring it back out. So we're going to go another 60 seconds here. Breathe. Now, if you're totally losing, keep going. If you're totally losing stability, say in the shoulder or the low back, lay on your side. Lift up the waistline here. Just bring it out in front of you. Tap, lift, tap, lift. Take big, deep breaths. Keep going. If you need to bend the knee a little bit, that's okay. You have 30 seconds left. You can even keep the glide going. Not without swinging to your back. Bring it behind you. Tap. Bring it up. Tap. Bring it behind. Tap. Bring it in front. Tap. How's that breath? Make sure your waistline isn't collapsing. Doesn't matter what position you're in. Coming up. You're going to hold it out to the side again. 3, 2, 1. Bring it out. Tap. Now maybe, if you feel pretty stable, no pressure on the low back, you don't tap, you just pulse. Keep the leg up. Maybe make circles. Maybe reverse your circle. You have 15 seconds. Keep your breath rolling. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, back to tabletop position. Move around a little bit. Now you're going to extend the leg, same leg, left leg, extend it back, bend the knee, pulse up to the ceiling. So notice the foot is flat to the sky, tummy's tight, and I'm not balancing my lower back, shoulders back. If your wrists are starting to bug out on you, put on the elbows, squeeze the shoulders, bellies back, keep going. Some of you have come to class a lot, you know this as bungee kicks. Some of you might have a bungee, a band you can attach. I'll show that in another video. Now keep going. What you don't see is the other hip. So my left leg is pulsing, but this right hip needs to push back. It has a tendency to collapse inward, which creates a cramping sensation. So the other hip, the right hip, pushes back. Maybe take your thumb in the crease and hold it back as the left leg continues to pulse up to the ceiling. 30 seconds. Try to relax your hands so you're not cramped up in the neck. 10 seconds. I'm going to take it up to down dog for a second so you get some blood flow back in those legs. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, plant the hands, fingers spread wide, curl the toes, lift the hips, press back. I'm just going to let your head dangle here. Now, you may want to pull out for a second. Just as a little transition move, we're going to go back to those walkouts. So walk it back. Inhale up. Nice open stretch, bring it down. Now notice one leg probably feels different. That's supposed to be.
But also notice, you might have a little more range of motion here. Now your body's nice and warm. You got some fluids rolling around. Don't forget to do something that might could be a push-up, shoulder taps, mountain climbers. Maybe you're over all of that, but there's nothing wrong with a good old plank. 30 seconds. So 15 seconds, and a little oblique work. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on down. So you're going to lay on your right side, whatever side that is. If you end up being on the right side, just remember to do the other side later. All right, give me a little supermodel pose here. Extend the legs out. Now, the legs aren't in a perfectly straight line. They're actually forward a little bit. Now, if you need to, some people, especially if you're on a hard concrete floor like I am, might need a little padding under that hip. Because we're going to put some extra pressure on it. So the legs come forward. Now, I'm going to have my left hand in front of me as a brace. I'm going to lift my legs up and roll my hip back and extend over. So I'm trying to focus on the left obliques here. Lift, crunch, extend back up. Keep going. Now, if you want a little more, perhaps you can raise the left arm, touch your toes. If you want a little more, perhaps you extend both arms. Now this one, you might need a little momentum. Notice I'm going a little faster. You also might need to bend the knees. It's a smaller muscle group, but it's a tough muscle group. You can take the pressure. I'm just trying to guide you. 30 seconds. Alternate. That lifts a little much for you. Bend your knees. Don't drop them all the way. Just do little side crunches. This is okay too. Breathe. Ten seconds. Now coming up, you're going to flip onto your left elbow for a side plank. Left elbow. So let's keep these left obliques engaged in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So some of you can just roll over, but I'm going to stay facing you, so I'm going to flip around the other way. All right, left elbow down. Forearm parallel to the edge of the mat there. Pull the shoulder away from the neck. So almost feel your shoulder blades pinched together, legs extended, lift up side plank. Now, you can stay in side plank, you can do hip pulses, you can do leg raises, you can do twists. If you need to modify, perhaps you come up to the knee and the hand. Do some rotations. Maybe with a leg lift and another crunch in. Breathe. 10 more seconds, please. Just going to go right back to those other crunches on your back in 3, 2, 1. Roll it down. Now, still on the left side, I'm just facing a different direction. So you can see it from the other angle. Crunch. You want to do the leg lifts. Either way, keep it on the left side and notice there is some rolling in the hip. Not a lot, but just enough to get more oblique engagement. Remember, the obliques go from the hip and across the midsection, hence the little bit of a rotation there. Let's see it. 30 seconds left. So the side crunches are a minute. The side plank is 30 seconds. We've got one more side plank coming up. 15 seconds. How's that breath? 3, 2, and 1. All right, set up that side plank. Again, maybe you just want to hold. Either way, pull your shoulder blades together. So you want to feel this chest open up. And you kind of tilt your head back a little bit versus hunching over and creating all this tension inside of the neck. Get the tension in the obliques. If you're doing little pulses, leg lift, twist, that's fine. Just be careful with this bottom shoulder. 10 seconds. Now, all we're going to do is switch to the right obliques. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So I'll start with the back angle first. So the knees are over to the left. You can start with the crunch. Maybe you just want to do the leg raises. You want to take it to that full, call it the side jackknife. I don't know if I'm right on that one, but we'll go with that. Now, a little knee bending is okay. One thing I forgot to mention on the other side is don't let the knees flop open. So try to keep your legs together. If you've got to bend the knees, bend them. You can also combo. Maybe do a jackknife and then crunch. As long as you're keeping the tension here on the right obliques, you're good. Breathe, breathe. That's more important. 30 seconds, you're going to take your right side plank, first one. Ten seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, roll to the right elbow. Now again, don't be in a hurry to get up. Get this shoulder in place first. Pull it back, shoulder blades together, lift. Were you pulsing? Were you lifting? Were you twisting? Were you modifying? Remember, there's no shame in modifying. Better safe than sorry. Everyone has a different level of control. You're here to work out yourself. Don't worry about what I'm doing, what I look like. How do you feel? Do you feel it where you know you're supposed to feel it? Three, 2, 1. Come on now. Here we go. Back to 60-second side crunch. We can play with it a little bit. Side crunches, legs lifted, maybe not. Knees bent a lot, maybe not. Breathe. Maybe add an arm extension. Maybe a little spicier. And notice, as you fatigue a little bit, the legs start to flop open here. Let's stay in control of our bodies. Fifteen seconds here. Breathe. Now 10 seconds, you got one more side plank. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. Now remember, set it up. You got to protect that shoulder. Pull it back, lift it up. Breathe. Chest is nice and open. Head is tilted back a little bit. So really, your whole spine is like that, including that neck, not dumped down. Ten seconds. We're going to go to right leg scramble leg next. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. All right, so a little bit tabletop. More nice, not to lose your spine, not tremendous arch, not a lot of rounding. Right leg extends out, straight back. Definitely not kicking up into your back. Bring it out. Maybe tap. Bring it straight back. Now keep going, but notice, are you collapsing over to your left side when the leg comes out? So you don't want to see this big body swaying motion. The torso, the spine should stay still. Maybe left hand on hip. If the knee has to bend here a little bit out to the side, that's okay. All of us have a little different level of mobility. So if you feel any cramping or pinching sensation, you gotta make some adjustments. 15 seconds, you're gonna hold the leg out to the side for just a taps. Keep going. If you need to, put the left elbow down. Help stabilize the spine and shoulder. That's okay. Here it comes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it out. Maybe tap the floor. If you're down on the elbow like I am right now, try not to tap the floor. If you got something going around the knee or hamstring, maybe you gotta bend your knee a little bit. More of a 90 froggy land. So we have 15 more seconds here, and we're going to go back to that full range of motion, full scrambled leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now always start by resetting your spine. Nice strong spine. Bring it out. Send it back. There's that breath. Now I know there's a lot to remember. I'm talking a lot. You don't need to remember all this. I'll remind you. That's my job. So keep going with the scrambled leg. If you're losing stability, sometimes shoulder, neck not having it, come on down. You can bring it out. Sweep it back without swaying into your lower back here. Maybe you can tap on both sides. Tap in front, tap behind. The ribs are lifted. I know you can't see through my shirt, but I got a little gap under here. Again, if there's knee bend, that's okay. Have a little knee bend. 15 seconds, you're going to bring the leg out to the side. Some 10 seconds, maybe it's 4 taps. Maybe it's just pulses. Maybe a little fancy. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it out. So, we've got leg lifts. Maybe you got to bend the knee. Maybe you're making circles. Maybe reverse your circle. Either way, keep your breath loud and proud, keep your mind calm and smooth. You have 15 seconds. I'm going to switch it up a little bit. Just try to keep tension on this right butt here. Outer glute, nice and high. Gluteus medius if you want to be technical. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get out of there. All right, coming up. Back to slow squats. Now this round, can we take it wider? So notice now, my heels are outside my shoulder. Some call this plie stance, some call it sumo. Either way, knees drive out, hips sit back, tummy stays tight. Maybe you get tailbone below knees. Breathe, lift up, tight abs. Keep the knees soft, so don't lock out at the top. Straighten, but don't lock. Slow it down. All right, everybody, keep going. Now, keep going. Make sure your hips are driving back. So, if you have a way to look at yourself, make sure you're not dumping into the knees. Make sure you're not hunching over. There's a difference between leaning, kind of a flat back, and collapsing the posture. Keep going. You have 30 seconds. How's that breath? Shoulders are out back, nice and relaxed. Don't let the tension get to your head. Now, 15 seconds, you're going to hold it down, little plie pulses. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, pulse it out. Now, some of you might be able to keep it this low. If that's driving pressure onto the knees, maybe you need to lift up higher. If you're finding yourself, keep pulsing. If you find yourself hunched over, collapse. Tilt up the front pelvis. A little pull in the shoulder blades. If your knees are okay, dip your toe in. Woo. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it together. Inhale, stand up, reach up, stretch up. Feet together. Walk it out. It's like, not going to be here too long. And then knees down. All right, we're going to do another round of those hamstring curls. So I'll face the other way this time. Roll onto your back. Shoulder blades together. Heels under knees. Lift up. I forgot to mention, my legs are not squeezing together. There's a little bit of a gap here. So ideally, your kneecaps are about in line with your hip bones. All right, so the first minute is the slow lift up. And then back down. Go it up. Go on time. Perfect. Go it down. How's that breath? Inhale up. Tummy tight. Tummy tight. Roll it down. Keep moving, keep squeezing. Some of you have been stuck inside for a while. No choice here. Oh, voluntary doesn't matter. Just because you're stuck inside, that's no excuse to have a flat booty. Breathe. All right, everybody, 20 seconds. You're going to shrink it down to a tiny, tiny hip pulse. Keep the breath smooth. And another reason you go slower is so you keep your breath powerful. Yeah, no, you're still getting elevated. There's no reason to lose your breath on this technique, this method. Here we go. Little pulse. 3, 2, 1. Hold it up. I'm going to choose robot arms for this one. Tiny move. $15 seconds. Good time. All right, 10 seconds more. We're going to walk it out. Little hamstring curl. Now remember, you're warming up, but it's still a lot for the hamstring, so be patient. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Notice the hips are not super high. Tummy muscles is fully engaged. Arms pressing down. Little steps, walk it out. Now, little steps, try not to let the hips flop around here. If you're going to use sliders, be careful. They're going to light your hamstrings up a lot. Bring it in. Some people on this one like to bring their legs a little closer together. That's okay for this one. Breathe. 30 more seconds. Be patient with yourself. Trust your strength. What we're saying it's going to happen is you're going to fall on your butt and you don't have far to go. Alright, really slow. Got enough time for one more good extension. Like your chin a little, so you're cranking back into that neck. 3, 2, 1. We're getting tiny pulses. Now notice if you feel pressure in the back, you might overextend it. So bring your hips a little lower and feel like your ribs are squeezing down towards your hip bones. So put a little more crunch in it. 15 seconds. Bigger breath. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll down slow, slow, slow. Turn the legs up. Grab the back of the legs. Walk on up. All right, so we're going to do a little soft. Separate your feet so your heels are about mat width. You inhale. Sit up straight. Now, in this case, I'm going to start with right hand across the left foot. Left arm reaches back, twist. Inhale up. Exhale all the way, twist. All right, keep going. And I'll show you what this looks like from the front. Keep going. Up. Twist. Inhale up. Notice I'm not grabbing, I'm just reaching. Inhale up. Try to squeeze your waistline really, really snug. Also notice the legs are not flopping around. So sometimes there's a tendency for the knees to start bouncing around. Try to keep the legs engaged, toes up. Wrap out. 30 seconds. It's a little blank work, but it's also a little bit stretching. 15 seconds. Now 10 seconds, you can roll right back down to the mat. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, re-engage. Meaning get your back flat to the mat, legs lifted, inverted tabletop. All right, so fingers on the neck. You're going to try bicycle crunches without moving the legs. So squeeze them together like you're trying to balance something on those legs. Maybe you go for that, balance something. Crunch up, twist, down. Begin out. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale, squeeze. Now notice something, the legs. Don't let it flop around. Yeah, that's really hard, but yes, that's the point. You're strong. Believe that. How close can you get that elbow to the knee? Not the knee to the elbow to the knee. Some of you might be able to get across the other leg. Bring Bring it down in 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Now, just bicycle the legs. If you need to, put your hands on your butt because some of you are losing your lower back. Flatten the shoulder blade. And this is a little slower movement, but I want you to see if you can tap the heel without cramping your back. So if tapping the heel cramps your back, you can put your hands on your butt or don't go so low. Now, it's not worth it to lose your alignment just for the sake of making the exercise look pretty. Make it feel strong. Back to upper body. 3, 2, 1. Arms. Upper body, chest, ribs. Rectus abdominis. Breathe. Now, one thing you can't see, keep going, is the lower back is not bouncing around here. So I'm exaggerating, but some people, there's a tendency to bounce this back up and down. That's not okay. It's because the body wants to use momentum, but you're going to sacrifice the stability of the spine, and that's going to hurt you later. Not worth it. Back to the legs in 3, 2, 1. Back to legs. So just bicycle the legs. Now notice, I don't have my hands under my butt this time, and I'm not going as low. But I am keeping, again, tailbone lifted. So don't expect to have your entire butt up in the air, just your tailbone. The little thing you can't see. You know it's there. You can feel where it is. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in. Hug your knee, curl up like a ball, roughly along your back. Come on up. A little mermaid stretch. So, you're going to sit sideways on your mat. Zig-zag your legs out to the side. So in my case, I got my right leg in front of me. I got my left leg out to the side. Nice zigzag shape. Sit up as tall as you can. Some of you, this hip might pop up. That's okay. Move your legs around a little bit. Move your butt around a little bit. Get as grounded as you can. Inhale up. Now, I'm going to bring my right elbow down. Left arm extends overhead, and I pull it back a little bit. Then I come up. Left hand down. Right arm across. Now this side is going to be harder to get to. Down. Maybe you want to rotate down and reach. Inhale up. Maybe you just want to come down to the elbow and pull back. So again, in this position, you can be pulling back or you can be reaching down. If you find the spot that feels better, that's your spot. "15 seconds. And we're just going to switch sides. Might get some lower back, some shoulders, maybe a little bit of hips, depending on the variation you're working on. If it feels good, you're doing it right. 3, 2, 1. Bring your legs in front for a second. Shake them out. We'll get to the other side. Move your glutes. You now sit up tall. Fold forward. Now, if you can't grab your feet, not a big deal. Put your hands on your calves. Carefully not totally locking on the knee. Now, slight movement here. Inhale, bring your chest up. Exhale, pull your chest forward. So keep going with that. Inhale, slight lift up. Exhale, forward. So in other words, try not to force yourself down into the stretch. There's no benefit to this. Check it out. Maybe you're just here. Inhale up. Exhale, forward. Inhale up. Exhale, forward. So not down, forward. If you can do that holding onto the feet, that's cool too. Doesn't matter. Find your range and stay in your lane. 3, 2, 1. All right, so we'll do that mermaid stretch other side. So in this case, I have my right leg out to my right side, left leg in front. Sit up really tall. Get grounded into your mat best you can. Inhale, exhale. Take it out to the long side. Whether it's down or behind. Inhale, come back up. This one's going to be harder to stretch on this side. Down. Big exhale. Big inhale. Open up. Exhale there. One more. In about 15 seconds left. Again, depending on the variation, you might feel a stretch in different parts. Whatever feels best for you right now, that's where you need to be. Don't worry about what it looks like. Focus on the body sensation for 3, 2, 1. All right, shoulders. So inverted tabletop. I'm going to bring the hands behind me here. Feet planted. Now pull your shoulder blades together, lift your hips up. Push your head back. Come on down. So don't force a way up high. If you can only go, say, this high, that's okay. You don't want to force this shoulder joint open. A lot of rotator little muscles here. Very important, they need some movement, especially if you've been doing a lot of planks, which earlier you have been. So check it out. I'm going to reduce my range of motion, just so I'm not forcing it. If you have more mobile shoulders in here, by all means, come up if it's comfortable. 3, 2, 1, roll on down. Arms kind of open up, maybe out like a cactus goalpost. Maybe you want them by your sides or your tummy. Drop your knees over to the left. See if you can reach your right arm out the opposite direction. Maybe turn your head. Nice side body, lower back stretch. Bigger breaths. Make sure you're not forcing any hard pressure into this one. And I'll show you on the other side, but it's more important to keep the right shoulder down. So don't let it pop up. That means you're trying too hard with your hip and back. Then inhale, bring it to center. Move your hips around. Knees are going to the right. Left arm might extend to the side. Now on this side you can see, so I'm focused on keeping my left shoulder down. Now some of us have a tighter hip back, so you might be forcing, trying to get your legs to go over too far and this arm, shoulders popping up. That's not okay. Don't force yourself into something. Get that shoulder relaxed down. If you need to, don't try to move the legs so far over. Maybe you're up here. As long as you feel like something start to open up to that left side, you're good. A few more breaths. Notice as you breathe, things start to settle. So instead of forcing and making it happen, calm it down and just let it happen. 3, 2, and 1. Everybody come out slowly, slowly, slowly. Roll up, roll up. All right, that's all I have for you in this video. So if you got more stretching to do, please do it. Otherwise, I'll catch you later. Stay healthy, keep loving.